Nomadikh.
What's going on, guys? I'm Nomadikh. Today we're at episode 4 of the video series MPC Renaissance/Studio. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, make sure you start in episode 1 just so everything makes sense until this point. Today we're going to be talking about programs, tracks, and sequences and how they all work together in the MPC workflow. And I'm also going to be giving a really quick demonstration of a project I made just so you can see how everything works together. So let's get into it. Alright, so now we're in the browser. We want to return back to the home screen. So in order to do that, all you have to do is hit the main button right here. So now that we're back on the home screen, we're going to talk very quickly about programs, tracks, and sequences. So essentially what a program is it's basically a configuration of all your pads. So the samples that we loaded earlier, there's a kick drum here, there's hi-hats here. These are all samples that we've loaded into our drum program. And our drum program right now is called Program 001. So you can make as many programs as you want. But right now, we just have one program created just for the drums. And in total, you have 8 banks of samples. So right now we're in bank A. If you go to bank B, bank C, bank D, there's nothing here. You can also go to bank E, hold shift and hit it, or you can hit it twice if you want. That does the same thing as the shift function. And as you can see, all these pad banks are empty. So you have 8 pad banks in total. And what we're going to talk about now is the tracks. So right now we have track 1 selected, and in track 1 you can record anything you want. It could be a kick pattern, it could be a snare pattern, it could be a hi-hat pattern, whatever it is you want it to be. And you can go up and down the tracks, you can name it whatever you want. It'd probably be a lot simpler to follow if I renamed it, so I'm going to do that really quickly in the software. So if you take a look at the software, it's probably, this will make a little bit more sense. So this is the software we have right here. And down here, this is where we can see the track, we can see the program. So right now, I'm just going to click this, double click it, just going to rename it to drums. And track 1, let's rename it to kick. Oops. So this is where we'd save our kick pattern. Maybe you want to record your snare pattern here. And you know, we keep doing that. Maybe the third one we'll just call hi-hat. And generally what your sequence is up here at the top. Your sequence is all the tracks that you've made and everything that you've put together. So it's kind of like just your whole, all your tracks combined into one linear progression of MIDI notes, and you know, everything that you've recorded is essentially all packed into one sequence. Okay, so what I did was I ended up loading just a totally different beat that I made just so you could see all the parts and how programs, tracks, and sequences actually work. So first things first, if you look in this screen over here, you can see in the project window, you can see all your samples that you have loaded up within one beat. Right here you get a list of all the programs that you're using, and down here you get a list of all your different sequences. And as you can see in this window right here, I have sequence 5 selected. And if you zoom out, on the Renaissance, if you hit the main button twice, or you hit shift and you hit the main button, you get the track screen. And in the track screen here you can see the entire sequence. You can see how it looks. This is sequence 5, which sounds like this. And if I go to sequence 6, this is a different configuration. You can see how it sounds different. It's not the same thing. So that's kind of how it all works together. All right, I hope that was clear. Next week, we're going to be talking about how you can record samples into your MPC so you can get started with the chopping. So stay tuned till next week.